My child, this is a divine appointment. Do not look away. I have brought you here for a reason. What you are about to hear is not just words. It is the answer you have been seeking, the revelation that could shift everything in your life. The enemy wants to distract you, to pull you away before you receive what I am about to reveal. Do not let him succeed. Stay with me. Every word carries power. Every moment is a step closer to the breakthrough I have prepared for you. You have felt weary, unseen, and forgotten. But I see you. I have never left your side. And what I speak to you now will unlock the strength, the purpose, and the peace you have longed for. Listen closely. The message ahead holds the key to your next season. Stay until the end, because what comes next will change everything. Do not wander. Do not allow your gaze to drift. Stay with me through every word, for this message carries a revelation that holds the secret to the hope and purpose awaiting you. Each line has been composed with intention, bearing the promise of a love that sees beyond every doubt and moment of despair. I urge you to continue listening, to take in each sentence as though it were your lifeline, for overlooking even a single thought may mean missing the very truth that will guide you through your darkest hours. I speak to you not as a distant onlooker, but as one who witnesses every tear that falls and hears every gentle sigh of your heart. I know the weight you shoulder, the struggle of feeling invisible, unloved, and convinced you have not received what you rightfully deserve. In those quiet moments of doubt, when it seems the world has forgotten you, remember that I have not. I have held you from the very beginning, and every step of your path is intimately known to me. On certain days, it may feel as though all your efforts slip by unnoticed, your unique light eclipsed by the indifference of others. It is tempting then to feel unworthy, to think that success belongs only to someone else, and that you are fated for unending hardship. But I assure you, these feelings are not the last word on your life. Your worth is not measured by fleeting worldly recognition, but by the enduring love I extend to you. Every tear, every difficulty is an invitation to deepen your strength, to uncover the well of resilience I placed within you. I understand the pain of feeling underappreciated. You have poured your heart into everything you do, giving the best of yourself, only to be met with silence or indifference. Yet in those moments of seeming failure, the true value of your work is revealed. Every act of kindness, every quiet sacrifice is woven into the grand tapestry of your life. Though others may overlook the significance of your journey, I see every detail. Your worth does not hinge upon accolades or worldly praise, but on the constant truth of my love, a love that sees past circumstances and embraces the beauty within you. When you feel unloved, when echoes of rejection shake your very sense of self, recall that my devotion to you is as steady as the sunrise. No matter how far away the world's voices grow, my whisper of hope remains close, softly shining light into the shadowed corners of your soul. Even in loneliness, when the path appears dark and the shadows long, my arms are there to enfold you. You are not alone. You are cherished beyond measure. It is normal to feel unsuccessful when life's milestones slip by, seemingly out of reach. Perhaps you have compared your journey to someone else's, unwittingly neglecting the unique path I have prepared for you. Be assured that success is not determined by worldly standards or human approval, but by the courage to stand tall after each setback. Each time you rise from disappointment, you display a remarkable resilience that inspires all who witness it. Every difficulty you encounter is a chance to recognize yet another facet of the strength I have given you. Take heart. Temporary failures are stepping stones along the way to a future abundant with hope and promise. I ask that you hold on to the truth that you were created with a purpose and are destined for greatness. The feelings of inadequacy that sometimes cloud your thoughts are mere shadows that dissolve in the light of understanding. Look inward and find the spark I ignited, a spark that no darkness can ever extinguish. Though you may stumble, each misstep is part of a grand design, one I have lovingly arranged on your behalf. When the nights drag on and your doubts seem relentless, lean into the quiet certainty that I walk with you. Every tearful moment points to your need for love, and every triumph testifies to the power that dwells within you. Even if the world appears harsh in its judgments, know that I see you through eyes of boundless compassion and hold a heart full of everlasting affection for you. I have written your name into the story of life with thought and purpose, and no circumstance can revoke the value that rests within you. Take a moment to breathe deeply now. Let these words sink into the core of your being. Sense the warmth of a love that is unwavering, constant, and true. Though you may have felt the sting of rejection and the pain of disappointment, allow these very experiences to become the fertile soil from which a mightier strength will flourish. Every setback is a call to trust my guidance, to believe that your life is unfolding as it should, even when the path ahead remains hidden. Pause for a moment to reflect on the journey that has led you here. Even if you cannot see the pattern just yet, trust that every thread, light or dark, serves a purpose beyond what is immediately clear. Your struggles do not denote failure. They mark the profound layers of your experience, layers which, when revealed fully, tell a story of redemption and triumph. In the solitude that occasionally envelops you, should you feel the burden of the world pressing heavily, remember that I accompany you always, offering solace in the quiet. Your journey is not measured by external praise or temporary definitions of success, but by the love that guides your every step. Even when you feel your efforts are overlooked, know that they are treasured in the shelter of my everlasting care. There is beauty in enduring hardship, a quiet beauty often unnoticed by busy eyes. It finds expression in the calm of your resolve and in the gentle persistence of your spirit. Each time you lift yourself from the depths, you affirm that your essence is greater than any circumstance that tries to reduce it. This inner strength is not something the world grants. It is a gift I endowed you with from the start, a resource meant to carry you through the fiercest storms. I urge you now to contemplate the life you have been given. Look back on moments where you felt small or insignificant and recognize how they were the seeds that birthed the fortitude inside you. Remember that every painful experience is answered by a promise of restoration. Each sunrise offers you a clean slate, a way to shed the burdens of yesterday and step into today's promise. Even if the path seems blurred or uncertain, trust that I guide each step with wisdom and compassion. Let your heart lead you and place your confidence in the sacred plan set before you. The road you travel is not one of mere survival, but of blossoming, where each challenge opens a door to growth. You are not defined by fleeting applause, but by the unwavering courage you show amid trials. I see the beauty of your soul, the steady light that persists no matter the obstacles. Soon, that radiance will shine fully, revealing to the world the reality of my love. Greet each new day as a fresh start, a day where your past no longer chains you, but acts as a stepping stone toward something far more significant. When the world appears cold and unmoving, recall that my love is an eternal flame that never falters, even in the darkest night. Never let doubt cast a shadow over that light. Instead, view each doubt as a reminder that every forward step reflects your resilience and my unwavering devotion. Look over the road you have already traveled and see how every hardship prepared you quietly for the victories yet to come. I have seen all your battles, have stood watch through every night of doubt, sustained by a love that transcends worldly limitations. Though at times it may seem no one notices the beauty in your perseverance, I witness each step, each fall, and every brave rise. Yours is a story of quiet bravery, a record of endurance that I have carefully woven into the fabric of your existence. On those days you feel the chill of isolation, recall that my nearness is as steady as your own heartbeat. Even in silence, my love speaks to you, visible in the soft rustle of leaves, the hushed hush of evening, and in that profound stillness you find when you are alone. May those tender flashes become a sanctuary of rediscovery, a place where you realize that life's trials are not punishments, but invitations to encounter a deeper, abiding love. I call you to notice the beauty around you, even when the world feels deserted or unforgiving. The grace I pour into your life is evident in small acts of compassion, in the quiet determination that encourages you to keep going despite setbacks. Each day signals my enduring commitment, a reminder that no load is too heavy and no night too long for my love to comfort and uplift you. In your heart's echo, let the truth of my presence ring out. It is a constant truth, unmoved by life's changes. You are seen, you are loved, and you are treasured beyond the limits of language. I have spoken your name with tenderness, and within it lies a promise of belonging and destiny. You are a vital piece of a grand design, one that unfolds, breath by breath, as you move forward. Keep your eyes on the horizon of a future charged with hope and love. Refuse to let fleeting feelings of failure define you. Instead, let them spark a deeper realization of who you truly are, a symbol of resilience and a conduit of timeless love. Each time you rise from a stumble, you honor the power I've placed in you, and you get one step closer to the destiny I shaped for you. When daylight wanes and obstacles loom large, keep in mind that my love's light remains steady. Even in the darkest fights, I stay at your side, nurturing you with a care that never falters. Every moment of despair meets a corresponding measure of hope, a hope that foretells renewal, growth, and a life richer than you have envisioned. May these words remind you always that your worth is grounded, not in the shifting standards of society, but in the everlasting truth of my love. In the quiet depths of your heart, where doubt occasionally settles, trust in the immeasurable strength that will guide you onward. Believe in that power. Believe in the love that sustains you, and allow each step forward to testify to a tomorrow glowing with promise and light. Carry these truths in your heart as a constant source of solace and motivation. Understand that each second, every trial, every success is part of a sacred voyage on which you are never truly alone. For I am with you, now and always. Embrace the promise inherent in each sunrise, and let the brightness of my love show you the way toward a boundless destiny. Hear me well, dear heart. Keep these words near, for they are not passing musings, but a declaration of a love as enduring as time itself. Ahead of you lies a journey laden with promise, where every step bears the power to reshape your life. You are adored, esteemed, and never forgotten. In my arms, you will uncover strength to stand tall, bravery to persist, and hope to greet a future overflowing with infinite mercy. Proceed now with a spirit open to the marvels that await you, trusting that the love I hold for you will see you through every challenge and doubtful moment. Let these words serve as the lantern that brightens your path, continually reminding you of your boundless worth in my eyes. Cling to your journey, beloved, for you are destined for a life that surpasses the limits of this world. Move ahead with certainty, aware that every hardship and every triumph bring you nearer to a future radiant with hope and brimming with my unwavering love. When clouds of self-doubt loom and your heart feels weighed down, remember those instances when, against all odds, you found a way forward. Reflect on moments when a kindly word, an unanticipated blessing, or a friend's support paved a lighted trail through your darkness. Such things are not random occurrences, but signs of my careful hand orchestrating your life. Each encounter, every circumstance, is thoughtfully arranged because your future is dear to me, and your destiny is secure under my care. Your story is unlike any other, one that interweaves both splendor and struggle. Each challenge has deepened your resolve, while every scar stands as evidence of healing and strength. Do not conceal these marks. They reveal the battles you have triumphed over. Every one of them testifies to the sturdy spirit I placed within you and speaks to the transforming power of my love. By honestly sharing your journey, you become a guiding light for others, showing that even in adversity, healing and renewal are truly possible. In a world that often rushes forward without pause, where daily obligations drown out serene reflection, I invite you to stop, even if for a brief moment. Each day, grant yourself a space to step away from clamor and rest in my presence. In the stillness, you will perceive that you are far more than a list of tasks or fleeting accomplishments. You are a beloved soul, shaped and sustained by a grace beyond understanding. In that tranquil space, let your anxieties fall away, replaced by the certainty that I accompany you through every hardship. Embrace the peace I extend, recognizing it does not imply the absence of trials, but a deep-rooted assurance of my companionship. When you allow your spirit to pause in this peace, confusion melts away, and resilience finds its home in place of despair. Each hope you hold for tomorrow is an invitation to lay your dreams before me, trusting that I will nurture your intentions and open doors that once seemed permanently sealed. When you welcome me into each of your undertakings, you align your journey with a purpose that is both liberating and profound. At times, criticism may cross your path, some meant to foster growth, some arising from envy or misunderstanding. In all cases, listen with a heart that discerns. Receive the insights that help you evolve, and gently release any remarks that fail to reflect who you truly are. I know your deepest intentions, and I understand the motives behind your every thought and action. If bitterness or anger stirs inside you, offer it up to me. I will transform it into empathy and resilience, enabling you to respond with compassion where harshness might seem the simpler choice. I shaped you with a need for balance, a natural cycle of labor and rest, exertion and renewal. When your energy wanes and demands exhaust you, do not view rest as weakness. Instead, consider it a sacred interval, a time to replenish your spirit and let fresh strength take root. In these intervals of stillness, I sow seeds of inspiration, hinting at answers to obstacles you once thought insurmountable. By granting yourself guilt-free rests, you equip yourself to face life's responsibilities with a revitalized mind and steadfast resolve. You possess talents, time, and resources, treasures meant to be shared with those around you. Look to others in need and ask, how can I bring light into someone's darkness? In every offering of support, you mirror the compassion that originates in me. Whether through thoughtful words, small acts of assistance, or a sympathetic ear for someone in distress, your service sets in motion waves of hope that expand further than you may ever realize. True service is not measured by a reward, but arises from gratitude for the grace I have abundantly provided. Temptation, too, is part of your earthly pilgrimage, a trial of your inner mettle and a chance to recommit yourself to truth. When destructive choices or habits beckon, lift your eyes and recall that I am here to strengthen you. Each time you decline temptation, you forge your character and gain a deeper appreciation for the potency within you. Should you falter, let not shame ensnare you. Instead, turn to me with sincere humility, and I will restore your spirit. Each frailty can become an avenue of redemption, a moment to rebuild and emerge fortified by renewed determination. Faith is not merely a concept for hushed contemplation. It is the ongoing practice of trusting my promises, even when the future seems veiled. Even if your faith feels like a fragile flame wavering in the darkness, tend to it. That small spark contains the power to grow into a brilliant blaze, shedding light on every step you take. Each act of trust is a testament to faith's might, and every choice to obey, even without the entire plan laid bare, contributes to the grand tapestry of your life. Value the connections that grace your days, bonds that remind you of the love weaving through us all. Family and friends are blessings, each relationship a golden thread in the cloth of your existence. In times of conflict, approach these ties with open-hearted understanding and readiness to pardon. Let empathy shape your words and commit to cultivating peace. When differences emerge, do not seek victory at the cost of unity. Rather, be the one who plants seeds of forgiveness and reconciliation, creating a haven where all hearts are honored and lifted up. Some seasons will bring loss, leaving an emptiness that appears impossible to fill. In the sorrow of those moments, know that I share your grief, fully aware of the pain of farewells and the ache left by memories echoing in your heart. Permit yourself to mourn and bear the weight of that loss, for it is in such vulnerability that healing begins. As time eases the sharpness of your sorrow, you will discover a profound empathy taking shape within you, a wisdom that allows you to comfort others in their own times of need. Let this process of healing demonstrate that even in the midst of absence, there is a promise of renewal and the tender strength of my compassion. Nurture the thoughts that sprout in your mind, for they define the landscape of your interior life. If allowed to linger, negativity can obscure the vision of a bright future filled with hope. Instead, choose to foster ideas that honor the goodness I have planted within you. A mind open to optimism, perceptive of the day's subtle wonders. Speak uplifting truths to yourself, recounting your worth, your unique gifts, and the purpose I instilled in you. By cultivating these positive affirmations, you build a life that stands above despair, illuminated from within by unyielding hope and resilience. Your hardships do not diminish your value. Rather, they deepen your knowledge of what it means to persevere, heightening the beauty of your eventual victory. Every trial, every uncertainty, is met by a promise of fresh starts, a pledge that my light will outshine any gloom. Trust the journey's unfolding, confident that every moment, be it blissful or painful, adds to the powerful narrative of your life. Though obstacles arise, let your heart remain settled in the quiet security of my presence. My care for you stands steadfast beyond the passing of time or the shifting tides of fortune. I placed in you a spark of hope that, when carefully tended, becomes a beacon of courage. This light does not wither during life's storms. Instead, each challenge hones it to an even brighter glow. Cling to this truth and let it guide you through every uncertainty and trial, through each stretch of the path cloaked in fog. Also recall that your ability to share hope and compassion springs from your own experiences. Telling your story, vulnerabilities and all, empowers others to face their battles. Your life, with its winding turns, stands as living evidence of how resilience can transform and how hope prevails. In every compassionate act, in every gesture of kindness, you mirror the immense care I hold for all. Continue nurturing the flame of faith within. Let it expand daily through heartfelt gratitude, true introspection, and a willingness to trust in my direction, even when unseen. Even if your faith seems small, think of it as a seed with the power to grow into a mighty force that lights your entire path. Let each decision you make and every step you take be accompanied by the quiet confidence that I stand beside you, guiding your way and supporting you through every phase of life. In everything you do, let the knowledge of my steadfast love be your constant companion, even when your trials seem formidable, when darkness lingers and dawn feels distant. Always know that my embrace is near, ready to comfort and renew. Your journey carries immense meaning, graced by flashes of hope that prove how deeply I care. Allow these truths to fill you with a peaceful certainty, reminding you that you are precious beyond measure, no matter what confronts you. May you walk on with a heart open to each day's lessons, a mind attuned to whispers of hope, and a spirit poised to rise again and again in the quiet assurance of my nearness. In every struggle, find the fortitude to endure. In every doubt, trust that I am here, offering the guidance you seek. Welcome each second, both the hardships and the triumphs, as a gift along your path. Allow the tests you face to serve as the crucible, forging your inner strength, and let the joys you encounter be the glow that lights your way. Amid the interplay of light and darkness, sorrow and rejoicing, remember that I have crafted for you a destiny ripe with promise, a path that can transform all shadows into steps leading toward a brighter, stronger tomorrow. You are cherished beyond words, uniquely fashioned to show a beauty that rises above the commonplace. Never lose sight of the fact that, throughout every turn, I am present, guiding, sustaining, and urging you to transcend every obstacle with grace and unwavering hope. Dear one, you need not be flawless for your radiance to beam forth. When you feel you fall short, Remember that my grace works even in your imperfections, shaping them into gateways for growth and empathy. Every day you make choices, acts of kindness, moments of bravery or gentleness that reveal a soul being continually refined. Even if your progress feels small, recognize that something as simple as a smile or a listening ear can lift a weary spirit, producing effects beyond what you can see. You were fashioned with a singular design, precious in its distinctiveness. Your road is not marked by grandiose achievements or impeccable performance, but by the genuineness with which you greet each day. By allowing yourself to be open about challenges and honest about vulnerabilities, you reflect the unwavering compassion I hold for every heart. In those quieter spaces where your light might feel faint or your efforts trivial, remember that every considerate deed has weight. A kind word to someone in pain, a gesture of help, a silent prayer on behalf of another. These acts can ripple outward, touching countless souls in both obvious and hidden ways. Every loving act, no matter how unassuming, blends with a larger current of hope and restoration, a current that is ever in motion. There will be days when your trials loom enormous, the route ahead obscure. In those seasons, recall the times you have already faced storms and risen above them. Your endurance is not based on avoiding adversity, but on persisting in spite of it. Whenever challenges emerge, recognize them as gateways for your spirit to mature. Though it may be slow or subtle, each step forward lays another foundation of endurance, reinforcing the lesson that your future brims with promise. It is not dramatic victories alone that define your story, but your unwavering commitment to show up each day. True beauty surfaces in those small, everyday moments, a shared smile, the warmth of daybreak, the hush of dusk. Such instants are gifts that, when savored, remind you that hope can be present amid the ordinary. By truly noticing life's simple blessings, you nurture gratitude and keep your heart receptive to the quiet marvels of existence. Give yourself permission to live fully in each moment, for it is through this awareness that you encounter the depth of my care. Even if you consider your contributions modest compared to the world's vast needs, know that every seed of kindness holds limitless potential. Daily efforts to spread love, lend help, and act kindly generate ripples that stretch well beyond your own horizon. In this way, you play a vital role in a broader work of restoration and healing. Sometimes, you may find your heart weighed down by feelings of unworthiness or envy when you observe others receiving blessings that you yearn for. In these times, do not let such feelings settle in your heart or distort your vision. Instead, open yourself to rejoicing in another's happiness, recognizing that their blessings do not diminish your worth. Rather, they affirm the abundance accessible to all. Applaud the achievements of those around you, trusting that your own season of abundance will arrive in due course. My plan for you is carefully designed, and the way before you is yours alone to travel. Embrace humility as an asset, one that allows for deeper discovery and connection. When you admit you do not have all the answers and stay open to lessons from both triumph and failure, you create the space necessary for life-altering growth. Humility is not frailty, but a potent representation of surrendering pride in favor of the love and insight that perpetually surround you. By doing so, you open the door for genuine bonds to develop, fostering an environment of reciprocity and respect. Know that each small test of will is a chance to refine your character. These hurdles are not penalties, but openings to expand the limits of compassion and courage. Whenever frustration or fear threatens to engulf you, pause and remember the reservoir of resilience you have unearthed in the past. The ability to persevere is built not on instant success, but on your resolve to keep pressing forward, even when progress is barely discernible. Recognize that every ounce of effort adds to a collective strength that will guide you. Consider the power of deliberately setting aside quiet time for inner reflection. By stilling yourself, you reconnect with your innermost being and are better able to hear the gentle voice of wisdom. These are the moments where insights you have long overlooked can surface, offering guidance in decisions that harmonize with your highest calling. A contemplative heart is always absorbing new lessons, evolving, and attuned to the subtle cues that lead to a more enlightened and fulfilling existence. Celebrate the small victories that mark your path, whether it's a tough choice made with clarity, a courageous conversation, or a challenge surmounted by persistence. Even seemingly modest successes stand as markers of your growth, proof that you can navigate life's highs and lows with grace. Take time to value these moments as the stepping stones on which you continue constructing a purposeful, meaningful life. As you go about your day, remain conscious of keeping action and rest in harmony. In the dance between doing and pausing, you discover renewal. By allowing yourself to rest and recharge, you invite new clarity and vigor into your life. Rest doesn't signal laziness. Rather, it is an integral part of living with mindfulness and compassion for yourself. In these restful spaces, your thoughts often crystallize, decisions become more grounded, and you awaken to the blessings that surround you. Your journey also unfolds through connections with others and with the deeper currents that unite all of us. Each interaction, no matter how brief, holds potential for transformative impact. When you approach others with sincerity and empathy, you shape a community that elevates every person involved. The relationships you nurture, based on authenticity and genuine love, create a framework of support that sustains you through both cheer and sorrow. By extending kindness to a neighbor, you reflect the enduring river of love and mercy that flows from the heart of creation. Be alert to the subtle power of gratitude. Let it walk with you, a light that shines even in the dullest corners. Gratitude changes how you perceive your world, turning ordinary moments into treasured memories and encouraging a sense of completeness that runs deeper than physical circumstance. Notice the gentle sway of leaves, a friend's laughter, the calming twilight sky, each a reminder that life itself is a wondrous gift. Over time, this mindset fosters a wellspring of abiding joy, independent of outside forces, rooted instead in the richness of your inner landscape. Every day brings you another chance to shape a life brimming with meaning. Even the smallest actions, seemingly insignificant alone, collectively build toward a life of resilience and brightness. Embrace the ongoing process of daily creation, knowing that each thoughtful step forms part of a grander narrative of hope, restoration, and enduring fortitude. Do not be discouraged by delays or the incremental pace of change. Growth typically does not manifest in a single burst. Rather, it reveals itself steadily, layer by layer, with each stage building on the last. Trust that every bit of effort, each courageous or kind deed, fits into a masterful design woven with infinite wisdom. Though the road may be steep and you cannot always see its end, be certain that you are moving toward a destiny filled with potential. When you feel weighed down by burdens or overrun by obligations, find assurance in the quiet, unwavering strength within you. That deep well of resilience is always waiting to be tapped, a hidden reservoir of courage ready to sustain you through your greatest trials. If you find your energy waning, look inward. In that sacred space, the resolve to stand again and move forward stirs. Appreciate the variety of moments that have formed your journey. Each person, each hurdle, and every act of generosity joins together to create the unique tapestry of your life. Though the path may be winding and unpredictable, remember that every twist has significance, contributing to the richness of your personal story. Remain open to the unexpected. It is often in those unforeseen turns that the most profound development occurs. Anticipate the days ahead with a hopeful spirit. Each dawn signals your chance to continue learning, evolving, and sharing the love that lives in you. Greet the morning with new intentions, stepping forward on a path steered by compassion and insight. In this endless expedition, remember that every small step carries meaning. Every deed contributes to a life brimming with purpose. In your exchanges with others, endeavor to exemplify the truths you hold dear. Let your conduct speak softly but powerfully of kindness, empathy, and patience. Share your story and listen wholeheartedly when others share theirs, helping to build an atmosphere where everyone is acknowledged, heard, and cherished. Your choice to approach life with sincerity and openness cultivates trust, reinforcing the bonds that hold communities together. Progress with confidence, understanding that each modest move you make paves the way for a tomorrow as rich in significance as it is in promise. Welcome every moment, whether tasting hardship or delight, as an essential part of your individual path. In the serene commitment of daily love and thoughtful contemplation lies the power to transform not just your own life, but the lives of those around you. Yours is a journey exemplifying the quiet might that lives within you. May you keep growing, loving, and shining, imperfect yet radiant, each step drawing you nearer to a life that is deeply rewarding and intertwined with the grand beauty of creation. My child, this is just the beginning. You have received my words, and your spirit has been stirred. But do not let this moment be the end. I have so much more to reveal to you, more wisdom to pour into your heart, and greater blessings waiting just ahead. Every time you return, I will meet you here. I will speak new truths, renew your strength, and remind you of the purpose I have placed within you. Do not walk away unchanged. Keep coming back. Each message will draw you closer to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. If this message touched you, share it with someone who needs it. Let them be reminded that they are seen, loved, and guided just as you are. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss what I have to say next. Every word I give you is another step toward the life I have prepared for you. Your next revelation is waiting. Watch the next video now, because I am not done speaking, and your journey with me is far from over. Stay with me. Keep seeking, keep believing. The best is yet to come. Amen.